shots to your feature film. We're here to light the fire, keep it real, keep it chill. We got models, we got actors too, stylists and makeup to make you feel brand new. Editing magic, sound on point, post-production, let's light up the joint. Got that drone for the perfect view, color grading, VFX, it's all in the queue. We've got the crew, we've got the know, ready to make your vision glow. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that seal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so
Again guys, welcome to our last live for the night. I do not know that I'll have more energy to do this after this, but even if I'll have energy, I'll do a few more personal things. But again, if I decide that we can edit 5 others, why not? We have 5 more photos to edit. I'm not going to give you a long introduction. If there's anything we use that you would like to use in your images and you don't have it, reach out to us through the comment section, whether you're watching this video live or at a later date. And if there is an action you are using that you want, also reach out to us. It's only when you're on camera that's when you see very many mistakes with your face. That's why you mostly use a curve. It covers a lot of things. Now, if there's anything we'll be using in this edit and you feel like you would want to have it and you don't have access to it, you can access it through us. Either it's the software we are using, or whether is the software we are using, or it's the actions, or it's the color lookup tables, or it's the backgrounds. Whatever we received for free, we are going to give you for free. And like we have a free package and a paid for package. If you want anything paid for, we are going to tell you the price and you're going to pay for that, and we'll make that available. If you ask for something that is free, especially all the actions that we are going to use in this live, we got them free, we are going to give them free, or tell you where to find them for free, because we were also given for free. That said, let's begin. The photos you see on the wall are edits we've just done in the immediate live that just ended. If you haven't watched that and you like to watch it, kindly rush to that and watch it after this. For now, stay right here. Let's do the new thing, because new is always good. Right, let's begin. We are going to import all the photos, 5 of them, and then edit them in a series and then continue. 7241 is our first image. I can't like show you everything from the same screen because some things I do have clients information, so yeah. We'll make adjustments for this. I want to zoom in and show you that you can see the whites are overly bright and all. So the first step is to bring down the highlights, which includes bringing down the whites and the highlights sliders. That will make the whites have the right exposure. Let's do that some more. Now you'll see there's more detail. Let me zoom out. Let me bring that back so that I can show you what's happening. As I bring down the highlights, you'll begin to see that you can recover details in those areas that were very bright areas, like that. Sometimes it's good when it's blown out, especially if there is something you're trying to cover, conceal and all, but then the rest of the time it's not. Now for the face, you're going to take brightness 1 stop up there. Let's be sure that it's not clipping anything else. It's not. Then press open as object. We already said if you click here, you can adjust a few things. One of them is open as smart object. The other one is sharpen for screen, and the other one is the color space, and I edit in Pro Photo RGB just because it's a wider color scope and 16-bit channel like that, and then oh my goodness, I did a mistake. I did not put on the open as object, so we repeat that part. Drag the image in. We do beautiful edits like that, then we double click there and toggle on open as object, then okay, now we'll open it as object. That way, if we change our mind over anything we've done in Camera Raw, we always can go back and adjust those camera settings. Our next image is 7234. Now you're not going to make many adjustments, but just load previous conversation. But in this one, we need a little more color, so we are going to increase slightly more vibrance like that, then open it. Next image, 45, 7245. Same thing, previous settings, what we did in that other image. This is too bright, we bring it down one stop and then open it as object. Then next image, 7197. And lastly, 7205. Same thing. Let's lower lighting slightly and then raise shadows, and then a little more saturation would do. Open, and then we do 7205. That's the last image. These ones we are going to go fast, very fast, trust me, except that there is more skin that requires more retouch. But then I'll show you a few other tricks that really help with editing kids' images. I've been doing this since 2012. I have a trick or two up my sleeves. We are working with an assumption that I actually have sleeves. Yeah. Now first, the crop. The baby, when you're taking a photo of a baby, the baby should be big than everything else in a shot. Partly, they pop. Now, we bring this in. I think up to that point it's good. Let's place her head right there, or below here, so that we have a roof like that. Then crop it. More than enough times I crop my images, because when I'm editing them, when I'm shooting a baby, I don't want to miss a head or a leg because she drew herself around. Make a copy and rasterize it. So mostly I'll shoot wider, so that I include a lot of things slightly wider. It's not intentional, it's just needful. Now I'm clicking away all this dirt using spot healing brush tool. It's not intentional, it's just needful, especially with kids. You don't want to miss any moments. Now while you're clicking away things, you'll also realize that there is this thing, kwa Kiingereza, I think burping. It's called burping or something, where kids food from a kid's stomach, milk usually, comes out from the mouth, or rather comes back like bulimia from the mouth instead of going to the behind. Still, while you're clicking away pimples, rashes and all, and any other marks you might have, most kids scratch themselves while with their nails while they are children. especially if they feel itchy because they are sweaty and it's hot. Now their nails are very sharp, so they'll injure themselves, and also they are going to have a lot of marks. But together with that, all this milk, sometimes saliva is coming from their mouth. I've never understood why saliva from a baby's mouth doesn't stay inside, it just leaves. But spot healing brush tool is such a magical thing because it can take that one away by just clicking it out, and you clean up images like it's your business. See, who can say that she had issues? Kids are awesome. We all were once kids, and you can see how awesome we are. All right, I'm not yet decided whether I want to keep this one as purple or yellow or blue. Let's see. Click it and see whether we can make it blue. I think blue, yes, so that it aligns with what she's wearing. We are just trying to reduce the color palette so that we don't have too many colors in one image, because there are also other colors in these beads, bands in her head. Is it in her head? On her head. Forgive my poor English. Pathetic grammar. You wouldn't think I'm a trained English teacher. Yeah, like that. That does it. Now this blue, and then white, and then green. You can also make the green blue by just going to the green channel and then moving a slider or two, and that one will also make the green blue. Now we have a lot of blue, you see. So you have blue, and then the rest of the colors. Sometimes when you're editing, it's your business to also reduce, adjust, make changes for the color palette so that the photo looks easy on the eyes and pleasant to look at. Right, I'm just clicking away some parts, some people, I'm seeing that requires attention, saliva like this. This is called just cleaning up. Like that. I'm done. Now I'm going to change the background. So let me get something for that. I stretch it to fill the background. Change the blend mode to either multiply, overlay, or soft light. You are allowed also to not be dumb and try everything else. Just because I mentioned 3 and I told you that they work, I'm not limiting you. I'm just telling you them that work for quick results. But you can always browse through the rest of the blend modes, see which one looks good for your edit. Then once something looks good for you, just stop there, use that one for that purpose, and master it for what it did, so that next time you have another edit, you remember to use it. You see? Now, remember we said that we shouldn't have a background that is brighter than the subject unless they are very black, rather they are very dark, and you want the brightness to single them out. Mostly we want the subject to be the brightest thing in the photo, the sharpest, the biggest, unless when you want to show more of the environment. Now we are going to pick this because this makes the background very bright, so this helps. This very bright, this helps. Sawa? Then you're going to select the background. Let me take we select the photo that has the background, and then we go to select, color range, and sample the color there. In this case we are sampling green, that one I'm sure. because I did not take a screenshot of everything to end up with the new one with the blue values, the cyan's, but still they are very segregated. They stand out differently. They are easy to select. Put the background in a group, put it on, and add that mask there, and just like that the background is in its place. However, it has artifacts because it's poor quality. You could go to ChatGPT and ask it to create you a high definition version of this one, but again, you don't want it sharp even when it's high definition, so let's blur it up. Maybe you will want it sharp. I've never needed it sharp like that. You see how well it's separated from her hair and all? That's what I was talking about. That's why we are blurring it, so that there is a difference, like depth of field. Photography is such that if one thing is sharp, the other one begins to fall away in the sharpness begins to fall off quickly. Now let's see whether V6 helps her face look glamorous. V6 is a color lookup that we have used repeatedly in most of our shoots, of our edits. Let's reduce its intensity. It looks nice, so let's invert it and come back and paint it on her face. Now we'll use this mask. We are pressing Ctrl and double clicking it. I need the inverse of it so that it can restrict me from painting outside the mask. And with the white brush, I'm coming to paint on her skin. This brush should be soft so that the edges are not seen, so that everything blends in easily and nicely. Mungu wangu nakutaka we, acha wao waende na rieng. Yeah, like that. Now the image is done. If you're wondering, in case you're wondering, deselect.
Keep it chill. We got models, we got actors too. Stylists and makeup to make you feel brand new. Editing magic, sound on point. Post-production, let's light up the joint. Got that drone for the perfect view. Color grading VFX, it's all in the queue. We've got the crew, we've got the know. Ready to make your vision glow. Light, camera, action, let's go.
Perfect. Now we copy the branding from the images we edited earlier here. Drag it to a corner and export that image because it's ready. Na sasa ona ninaendelea, walionicheka wanaona haya. Asante Yesu, Mungu wa huruma, umenishika mkono, mbele naendelea. Yesu, Mungu wa huruma. Seen. Light, camera, action, now you know. From photography to video, we're here to create, we're here to show. At the studio, your visions will grow. Shooting a newborn and toddlers, it's very complicated because of also the risks involved. If they are too young, you can make them blind because their optical nerves have not fully developed. You can break their neck because they are very delicate. So you need to read enough around shooting kids before you begin. Don't be that idiot that runs into things because you heard there is business and then you harm people's kids. If you do not know those risks, ask me to make a video about it. I've read about them all. That's how I became a kids photographer. And trust me, I shoot a lot. Scroll down my videos. In these 45 videos of this month, just go scroll down and see how many videos are for kids. Then you realize how many kids I shoot in a week. I shoot them very regularly, but again, there are very many risks involved. And most parents, especially first-time parents, they don't even know the risks. It's you to know. They trust you know what you're doing, so they'll bring you their child. Please don't harm someone's kid while chasing money. And I'm not saying that chasing money is wrong. That's why we came to town. Or isn't it? But just see to it. Now I'm going to click away the milky around her mouth and anything else on her skin that I do not like, using the spot healing brush tool. So yes, if you are planning to shoot kids, maybe start with walking kids, like 1 year and above. When they bring you toddlers, tell them, no, I don't shoot toddlers. Then get used to 1 year and above first. First test your patience. With the 1 year and above kids. Man, because kids will test your patience. Then if you realize that you don't have enough patience, then no, kids photography is not for you. Yes. Try a litmus paper with kids, especially those ones that eat sugar and they become hyperactive. You will lose your shit inside your own studio. You feel like resigning. But you can't, because you are in this to stay, except those that are not. This also works with tears. If you shoot a kid with tears, I'm going to make a video with those small things I'm mentioning all the time. Tears, cleaning shoes, reducing lens glares and all. From sunglasses, I'm going to create videos from how to avoid them while shooting and how to remove them after the fact, when you have already shot the photo and it looks bad because it has lens glare in it. This channel is going to become like film school. You're going to learn everything from video to lighting to coloring, but one thing at a time. We do one thing very well until we have enough, or until we have a lot. Then we begin to break down things we have encountered or come across or discussed gradually. It's impossible to become kids photographer without becoming a family photographer. Mostly kids are part of a family. I'm using the word mostly because lately they are just part of single mother households. You see how we reframe photos while editing? Yes, you determine what your client receives. Because what is the essence of having all these? Yet it's a photo of the baby, not the photo of what she's sleeping on. We're here to light the fire, keep it real, keep it chill. We got models, we got actors too, stylists and makeup to make you feel brand new. Editing magic, sound on point, post-production, let's light up the joint. Got that drone for the perfect view, color grading VFX, it's all in the queue. We've got the crew, we've got the know, ready to make your vision glow. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that steal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen.
product shot to a commercial hit. We've got your brand, let's make it fit. Social media bots won't make you trend. Video photography, we got the end to end. In the editing bay, we'll make it shine. With every cut and every line. Live stream your show, make it go viral. At the studio, we make it spiral. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and video that steal the show. From the lens to the screen.
I'm breathing heavily on the microphone. I can hear it in my headphones. It's like I'm having tension. I'm afraid of what mouths and merge those two by selecting them and pressing Control and E, and then background. We'll copy one. These two are friends, so if we don't use backgrounds we used in another photo, chances are I'll begin to receive questions like, why doesn't the photos of my kid look like the photos of that other kid that is also my friend? So the more I repeat those backgrounds, the safer it is for my case. Lest I'll have to answer all night, because there is always secret competition between females all the time.
Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that steal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action, all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen. Need a set built, we've got it all. A space to create, big or small. From your headshots to your features.
I don't know why it's taking long to render.
Keep it real, keep it chill. We got models, we got actors.
Can take a sip of tea
Makeup to make you feel brand new.
while I wait.
Sound on point,
It's just that with this microphone, every slow movement you do, they record.
drone for the perfect
And if I mute it, I have the tendency of forgetting to unmute it when I want to continue with my chat. Then I realize that I'm like 1 hour into the video, the microphone is still mute. Pathetic, right? I know.
Shots to a commercial hit. We've got your brand, let's make it fit. Social media buzz will make you trend. Video photography, we got the end to end. In the editing bay, we'll make it shine. With every cut and every line. Live stream your show, make it go viral. At the studio, we make it spiral. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that steal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action, all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen. Lights, camera, action, now you know. From photography to video, we're here to create, we're here to show. At the studio, your visions will grow. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that feel the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Products, we're always near. Fashion
Now it has rendered. Now we reposition it
we got the lights, we got
and resize it.
from headshots to products, we're always near. Fashion shoots and portraits in the spotlight. Come and capture every moment, every night. Got the green screen ready, let's go fly. Little drones take your story to the sky. Want that perfect shot or that cinematic frame? In our studio, we'll make you feel the fame. From video editing to photo touch, we'll make your vision come to life. That's our clutch. We've got the team, we've got the vibe. Ready to create, ready to thrive. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that steal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen.
Looks good to me. Let's copy branding first.
A space to create, big or small. From your headshots to your feature film, we're here to light the fire.
Need to
keep it
like
real, keep it chill. We got models, we got actors too.
rotate it
Stylists
minus
and
90 degrees.
brand new editing magic, sound on point. Post-production, let's light up the joint. Got that drone for the
Position it in the right
color
place.
grading VFX, it's all in the queue. We've got the crew, we've got the know.
I want to also copy the lighting. This is what you can do once you have established something looks nice. You can always borrow it from one image to another, and it will always work. It works all the time.
We capture the feel. Lights, camera, action all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative
Now I'll extend the size,
dreams into something seen.
increase the scale so that it's a large source effectively. Too big, much lesser. I want to keep the background slightly green, so I'll go to the layer that changes the background color and let it go, and then put everything else in a group except the subject, and then come select that part of the background with color range. Let's ensure that you select the layer that has the subject, activate it, and then click, and then add all those other something went wrong, so let's click afresh, begin again. I must have touched something I shouldn't.
We're here to create, we're here to show. At the studio, your visions will grow.
This is the beauty of having colors that are very different from each other. Your selections become seamless. Put it on, put this in the background in a group, and then add that mask there. Just like that, the background is now on the background
We got the lights, we got
and is already smooth and all.
headshots to products, we're always near.
You see? Let's reduce its opacity slightly,
Come and capture every moment, every
like that.
got the green screen ready, let's
Move it around.
aerial drones take your story to the sky. Want that perfect shot?
Looks good to me. Export it.
In our studio, we'll make you feel the fame. From video editing to photo touch, we'll make your vision come to life. That's our clutch. We've got the team, we've got the vibe, ready to create, ready to thrive. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that seal the show.
Next image.
From the lens to the screen, it's all
See, when the computer is not hanging, you can finish edits very quickly. The first thing is recrop. I do not like its composition. So let's make a copy of it. We are going to get there shortly. Let's recrop.
need a set built, we've got it all. A space to create, big or small. From your headshots to your feature
We are just
film, we're here to light
ensuring that the frame looks right. Then liquefy. There are parts of our body that might need a little liquefying. We're going to use the forward warp tool. Just observe.
Got that drone for the perfect view. Color grading VFX, it's all in the queue. We've got the crew, we've got the know, ready to make your vision glow. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that seal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action, all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot commercial hit. We've got your brand, let's make it fit. Social media buzz will make you trend. Video photography, we got the end to end. In the editing bay, we'll make it shine. With every cut and every line. Live stream your show, make it go viral. At the studio, we make it spiral. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that seal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action, all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen. Lights, camera, action, now you know. From photography to video, we're here to create, we're here to show. At the studio, your visions will grow. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that feel the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel.
You see, I told you, I muted the microphone, I forgot about it. I've used the freeze tool, this one, and then I've selected the part I don't want to move. Then I go to forward warp tool and push it in the part that I want to move in. It will move independently even when they are in very close proximity. This is just as a result of baby fat. It's your business as a photographer to make your clients look good in your photos, even when they don't ask for it. That's why they paid you. Remember, they are your photos, not her photos, your photos. Own them up by also becoming responsible for how they look in those images. Wow them with the results when you can make them think, so I look like that, so I look so nice. Allah, I thought this would show in a photo, kumbe it didn't. But it did. But you're the photographer. Until they begin to relate you with that kind of output. They say, I went to him. The him is someone else maybe, or she, or her. We've got the crew, we've got the know, ready to make your vision glow. Light, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that steal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, and then the client observes that when she went to them, because probably they did not see the need, maybe they are purists, they don't edit their photos. She discovered that in their photos she looks chubby and she looks big, she looks fat, which is something they really dislike. Why is my computer hanging again? So slowly, even if she had thought of changing the studio for other results, different results, or just to compete with friends, or just to accompany friends because friends were going to shoot from there, she will realize shifting feels nice, but the results are not. So she'll come back. I should have said crawling, but she's coming with her money, so she's not crawling. She's just coming needful of your results and more decided that this time around I'm here to stay, because evidently anywhere else, including my phone, it has never removed my tummy this much. It has never made me look this good. It has not softened my skin this much. No. And it doesn't give me poses like he does. Put so much value in your work until you can only compete with yourself. People are only checking whether your last photos look as good as your new photos. You see? stuff like that. And if someone else is better than you shouldn't feel bad. There is always someone better. Even with me, there is someone better than me. I've seen works and they've moved me. I've thought, oh my goodness, that one looks nice. Even now in my downloads, let me show you that. I hope I can show you that without exposing unnecessary information, but yeah. Even in my downloads, you'll see that I have people's works downloaded. Why isn't it loading? I saw it and thought, that is beautiful lighting. I like the output. See, I like the concept. That's nice. I like the concept. That's nice. I like the pose. That's nice. So you see, I keep downloading people's work when I like it. It doesn't mean like there's someone better than me now that I'm teaching on YouTube. Sometimes they are not better, but they are different. Sometimes I'm not better, I'm just different. Because better competes very many times. But you see, the more you keep seeing things people have done, you say, oh my goodness, how did they decide that the girl was for the giveaway, was a giveaway? How did they pick this sign of all the other signs, you know? Stuff, the lighting, the retouch, you know, the skin, all that kind of thing, good stuff. So do not imagine that just because I said this or that about whatever, you think that I'm the best there is. I'm saying clients will come to you because you're different. You created a work that is very different in that regard, you see? Yes, now you've seen. I also watch other people's work, get inspired, sometimes get challenged, sometimes desire to do like them, sometimes question my skill, but still there are people who can swear by their hearts that they can never go anywhere except to me. And that's the reason I'm working very hard to not disappoint them. You're not coming to me because I'm best, really, but because I'm different, and I'm working hard to be different each time. It's very easy for me to beat you in a competition. You who is watching this video, it's very easy for me to beat you. I have got my shit together. And I have very many tricks up my sleeves. If you want a competition, you dare me. I can beat you any day. That's what I swear. I can. However, it's very hard for me to beat myself. Now, when a client comes back, they want your new photos, the ones you shoot now, to compete with the photos you shot her last time. Now that is hard. Because remember, partly why she's coming back is she loved the other work so much. It means you did your best. But now she wants you to do better than best. And deliver something you've never delivered again. I'm clicking away the spots using the spot healing brush tool. You remember when I mentioned saliva around a baby's mouth? Again, we can click this away and she'll look like she never had it there. Just because we are editors. Let me clone something here so that the lip looks great. Alt, click, and then current and below, and then paint it here. Because the color there went a little mute. Yet I need the lip color to be accurate, like that. Merge both by selecting them and clicking Ctrl plus E or Ctrl and E. Then continue clicking. See the difference it makes? Yeah, that's what an editor is for. We edit everything. tears around her eyes. Let me show you how you take care of those. Smaller brush, then flip them away. See? Very nice. Now we continue with the skin for both. And we said skin is not just the face, it's everywhere. It's the hands, it's the face, it's the neck, it's the armpits, it's the legs, it's the thighs. Skin is skin. We are not makeup artists. Only makeup artists do the face and ignore the rest of the body. We must care about the rest of the body. Everywhere else we see skin, we must retouch that part. Clean it up the best way we know how. So we were saying about becoming a kids photographer. Start with a little older kids, 1 year and above. Let's say earliest 6 months, the one that can sit down. They have much stronger neck. Test your patience with a 3-year-old, a hyperactive one. If you realize that you do not have it in you and that you can throw someone's kid from off the balcony, then you know you're not cut for that. Try something else. It's not easy, but once you get a hang of it, you'll love it. Also, if you don't like kids, you just can't. But if you double as a teacher and a Sunday school, you double as a photographer and a Sunday school teacher, you are very likely to be a very good kids photographer. If you are a teacher in school and you teach little ones in a nursery school, maybe what people call a preschool, whatever it is, you also can become very great at it. And think also, the things you keep telling yourself you're not, you'll surprise yourself very soon to find that you are all those things. You are all those things. I used to think I'm an introvert because even when I'm home, I never leave indoors. I'm always indoors until I started a studio. Now I know I'm not an introvert. I can talk all day, put random things to random people, and I'll never lack a topic. I still don't go outside as much unless it's necessary. I actually prefer sending my workers to go get me things. And then I just stay in. But when you come in as a client, I'll just read you because I know how to read people. Check which topics excite you. Maybe listen to one of your calls because most people call and use a tune of words. And from there I can judge what kind of person you are and what kind of topics would excite you. Then we discuss, and I can discuss any topic except football and politics. I can debate you on anything. You can also try me on that one. Very nice. Let's confirm that these hands are clean as well. They are. Let's do the other hand. It's clean. Perfect. Now we retouch the skin. We are going to use the first, let's whiten the teeth. Hue saturation, click the hand, click the yellow and just lighten it up. All of it. Then invert it and come back and paint slowly, tooth after tooth, following the boundaries that separate the two teeth. Don't paint cross like this. It's now doing that. She looks like she has a pastor's collar in her mouth running across the space that should be teeth area. Those demarcations that separate the teeth are very important. You should never whiten them or paint on them. Now the teeth are clean. Let's see whether the baby's eyes require cleaning. We might also do that with the same layer. Yeah, a little of it helps. Right. Now the retouch. This is the only thing that is going to take us long because her skin is somewhat rough. We do this from this layer that has the subject. Sorry, I had forgotten to activate that layer first. Pick values that make her smooth soft. Not smoky, just smooth. And a texture that doesn't make her face look like rice. Let me show you what I mean by rice. When it's too high, you'll see that her face will begin to look like rice. So you want a very small value that keeps everything a little textured but also tidy. Around that figure looks just fine for me, because we are smoothening the face. We are not like plastering it. Then a flow of about 20, around there, 20 or so will work. Then I paint on that skin. I made 20 so that I can use 5 brush strokes in places where I need more, and 1 stroke where I need less, like around the smile lines, because I've always said they shouldn't be touched. So I'm getting like 20% from 1 brush stroke, and if I want more in an area, I repeat. Every time I repeat, I get 40, then 60, then 80, then 100. And that way, areas that are more needy will get more strokes. Brush strokes. Once you get a gist of how I edit, you can even watch my edits as you do something else. You'll be listening to Kibe, Andrew Kibe, as you watch and learn, because you'll have studied the processes and all. You can watch The Big Bad Ogre. If you don't know who that is, please look for him. He's a very independent thinker, like how he thinks and how he's not afraid to say what he's thinking. Let me reduce the opacity of the retouch to around 70. Yeah, like that. We're good. Now, I think you've done good strides towards the right direction. Next, we select the background, color range, then add every other value of that color that has not been selected. We can judge by the white appearance that requires a click. Do your best not to touch your client with a brush, because you'll have added a different value of color that will mess up the selection. Done. You can see the cleaner, the selection is clean. On top of everything, we add a group with a mask and then go get a background. This time round we use wainscoting for the background, because they are right on the wall and you don't want to do much fancy or put something that has depth so that they look like they are leaning against something that is 1 kilometer away. When you're editing also, you need to use your brain and ask yourself, apart from it looking beautiful, does it look logical? Whatever it is you put there, ask yourself, apart from beauty, is it logical? If it was actually there, would it look like that? If I actually shot it, would it look like that? That's when squatting. Most people have installed this in studio. For them that haven't, like me, don't worry, you have me to teach you how to have photos that have it. Now drag it inside the group. Reduce its opacity slightly. I'll teach you how to have photos that have it even when you have not installed it, because you met me. It's me you met. I'm just reframing so that I have a more pleasant frame. Nice, I like it. I'll add a flower maybe, so that it stops looking too plain. Let's see what this looks like. Perfect. I love it. There is nice. Let's blight like 4 pixels or so. 5 is good. Then we make a shadow for it, and then drop the branding, and then export it. Na sasa ona inaendelea, walionicheka naona haya. Now, there are many ways of creating a shadow. One of them is double clicking it and adding a drop shadow to it, like this. The other way is making a copy of it and all, but for now I'll keep it at that so that we don't do a very long edit. Now let's add the branding. Like that. Export it. Yesu, Mungu wa huruma, umenishika mkono, mbele naendelea. Yesu. For the perfect view, color grading VFX, it's all in the queue. We've got the crew, we've got the know, ready to make your vision glow. Live camera action, let's go. Photographs and videos that steal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Live camera action all day. You export it. If you hear the keyboard typing, is not like adjusting the exporting process. No, I'm just replying to some of my WhatsApp text. People are still making bookings for tomorrow and all. From product shot to a commercial hit, we've got your brand, let's make it fit. Calamity, let's duplicate this, take it to Loopify, see whether we can adjust some parts. There's nothing I can't liquefy. I've developed a skill around it. Turn your dreams into something seen. Live camera action, now you know. From photography to video,
We're here to create, we're here to show. At the studio, your visions will grow. Lights, camera, action. We got the lights, we got the gear. From headshots to products, we're always near. Fashion shoots and portraits in the spotlight. Come and capture every moment, every night. Got the green screen ready, let's go fly. Aerial drones take your story to the sky. Want that perfect shot or that cinematic frame in our studio.
Forward warp tool, a very large brush, not blush, brush, can push this whole part in like this.
Ready to create, ready to thrive. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that seal the show.
Then smaller, push the part in slightly.
We capture the feel. Lights, camera, action, all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen. Need a set built, we've got it all. A space to create, big or small.
Making necessary adjustments
We're here to light the fire,
to have
keep it chill.
clothes align nicely.
We got actors too, stylists and makeup to make you feel brand new. Editing magic, sound on point, post-production, let's light up the joint. Got that drone for the perfect view, color grading, VFX, it's all in the queue. We've got the crew, we've got the know, ready to make your vision glow. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that seal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mass Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action, all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen. From product shots to a commercial hit, we've got your brand, let's make it fit. Social media buzz will make you trend. Video photography, we got the end to end. In the editing bay, we'll make it shine. With every cut and every line.
Nice.
So make it go viral.
I'll show you the difference that it makes.
We make it spiral. Lights, camera, action.
You see
Let's go.
what I told you about making people look good in your photos? Yes, that's what I meant. Told you, have my shit together. Now we recrop so that they are at dead center. Let's recrop this part also so that the crop looks right. Maybe you'll wonder why I say look right. You shouldn't crop at the knee. More on that, more information on cropping. Just ask for the video. I'll make a shooting video that explains cropping and why you shouldn't crop in certain areas. I have so much information to teach you guys. Trust me.
We got the lights, we got the gear. From headshots to products, we're always near. Fashion shoots and portraits in the spotlight. Come and capture every moment, every night. Got the green screen ready, let's go fly. Aerial drones take your story to the sky. Want that perfect shot or that cinematic frame? In our studio, we'll make you feel the fame. From video editing to photo touch, we'll make your vision come to life. That's our clutch. We've got the team, we've got the vibe. Ready to create, ready to thrive. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos.
It's becoming a little slow, but we are one image away. Then we'll be done. Just this and another one. Not like we are happy to finish, but we are happy to have learned by the time we are done. And we are very sad that It's making us wait this long. It's unnecessary.
A space to create,
Uncalled
big
for.
or small, from your headshots to your feature film. We're here to light the fire, keep it real, keep it chill. We got models, we got actors too, stylists and makeup to make you feel brand new. Editing magic, sound on point, post-production, let's light up the joint. Got that drone for the perfect view, color grading VFX, it's all in the queue. We've got the crew, we've got the know, ready to make your vision glow. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that steal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen.
It's been rendered. Now we select this part and fill it with content aware fill.
Commercial hit. We've got your brand, let's make it fit. Social media bots won't make you trend. Video photography, we got the end to end. In the editing bay, we'll make it shine. With every cut and every line. Live stream your show, make it go viral. At the studio, we make it spiral. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that steal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen. Lights, camera, action, now you know. From photography to video, we're here to create, we're here to show. At the studio, your vision
Done.
will grow.
We click OK. Then merge down.
Lights, camera, action.
Control D. Time to click away stuff. Now we begin to click away stuff.
Headshots to products, we're always near. Fashion in the spotlight. Come and capture every moment, every night. Got the green screen ready.
Using the spot healing brush tool, make a copy of that layer in case we make a mistake. Then and even if we don't make mistakes, we are going to need it to see progress in like before after format.
Your vision come to life, that's our clutch. We've got the team, we've got the vibe, ready to create, ready to thrive. Lights, camera, action.
Editing is that one thing that adds things in your photos that you either don't have money to install in your studio, or you don't have the money to install in your studio, or are unwilling to install, or you just want variety and you don't want something permanent, because if you install something in your studio, it looks like a tattoo. Someone has to use it that way, the way it is, without adjustment. If the wall is yellow, it's yellow. If wainscoting is this pattern, it's that pattern. But if you shoot them on a plain background like this, you can add any pattern of wainscoting. I can even visit your studio, take a photo of your wainscoting, like for inspiration, tell you, oh, I need this photo so that I can get a fundi to install that in my studio. Then I'll never get it installed. I just need that photo to come tell ChatGPT to create me 4 other versions of that. Then I'll be using it in my edits. And if you're convincing enough with good samples, clients will trust it when you tell them, just shoot with me, then wait for your photos. They'll come looking like that. Most times they'll ask you, what are you lipigia hapa? Mbona sioni hii ukuta? Yeah, be prepared to answer that question. But over time, they'll begin to trust your capacity to deliver whatever you promise. You don't just show samples for things you can't deliver. Especially I. When you are unafraid of delivering and you're not sure, just send them to me. Tell them you'll send them to your teacher, and I'm your teacher, and I'll make you proud, I tell you. This one is a promise. I don't know why I'm seeing this now. That there is a mark here, I think made by the hand. Mafuta. Let me see whether I have another photo of her that maybe doesn't have that. Then I can paste that back. If I'm not, then if I don't, then I don't know how else to help her case.
Now you know. From photography to video, we're here to create, we're here to show. At the studio, your visions will grow.
Yeah, I do have one. So let's open it, see whether we can paint that part with another photo so that we can take care of that error. Not really an error, but it would look better if we didn't have that ufuta thing. I've opened the image. It's just coming to Photoshop now. I don't know at which point that went bad. So I'll open this one with previous settings so that it treats the photo the way we did the others. Then open it the way it is. Then I'll drag it on top of this and paint it. Paint that part or paint the whole face back. I do that when I'm dressing people with suits in Photoshop. This one is not going. This is going to be much blissful than even the proverbial walk in the park. I don't know who said walk in the park is fun. Have they tried the forest? Forest is much more fun. I don't know why it's slow again. I think with my hard disks, because it's not the RAM. I'll even reset my Windows and reinstall Photoshop again. See whether it will, because I cannot always restart my machine. It's not possible. I've dragged it and dropped it here. I'm fitting it. Now I reduce its opacity so that I can align them well. I'm aligning the sunglasses. Mostly the sunglasses. I'll crop this part like that. Increase its opacity to 100. Then I'll come and paint out some parts of this cropped part. I need like 100, but the brush ought to be soft or something like that. Now I'm torn between leaving the whole face smiley. Let's just put it in a group and invert the mask. We just leave the face, the one she selected, and just paint back the glass area. I need a hard brush for this. White is the color. Hata kama mapato yangu ni madogo, yoyoyo, madharau haifai hata kidogo, yoyoyo. Some of you will wonder why I'm using a hard brush, because I can feather it. I just want to see where it's passing with every stroke. Then I'll feather it up. Yeah, that does the most. Now I need to take it away from the top, then another group, then another mask, then I'll take it away from this part because it's adding a thing that is not in the initial photo, and it's what we are trying to address here. VIP, sisi wote ni wa maana sana. VIP, sisi wote ni wa maana, sisi ni wa maana. Levels, and then we raise the lighting slightly so that it resembles the photo we masked it to. Oh yeah, wa maana, wa maana, hey yeah, wa maana. Now you can see we have solved that fat problem. Blemish. Let me take a screenshot. Control Alt E, Control Shift Alt E. Those are the keyboard shortcuts I just pressed to take the screenshot. Ours is to ensure that the photos look great with no excuse on it. If we couldn't do it is because, if we didn't do it is because we couldn't, not because we decided not to. Or rather, because also we decided not to, not because we are unable to. If you are unable to, that means we need to go online and learn more. Because why are we unable to? Done. Now see, let's merge all this so that I can show you what we just solved, the problem we just brought to an end. Wewe ni wa maana, VIP. See, the smoothening of the skin and all, and the taking away of the fat blemish, the fingerprint. Done. Now we smoothen the face, then we select the background and we call it done. Blemish play, auto clean, mostly anywhere between 27 to 35 works. I've done it very many times until I know for the resolution of my phone, not my phone, my camera, and the pixels and the sharpness of my lenses. Usually a value between 29 and 35 always works, depending on how rough the skin I'm editing is. Wewe ni wa maana, VIP. Hata kama mapato yangu ni madogo, yo matharau haifai hata kidogo, yo VIP, sisi wote ni wa maana sana. A texture that doesn't make the face look like rice or sugar particles, like that works. Sisi wote ni wa maana. Now a flow of 20 would do. Then we begin to paint slowly, gradually, in different parts. The more strokes we do a part is because it requires that softness, that level of softness. Let me reduce opacity of texture so that I have more pleasant. Sisi sote ni wa maana sana, VIP. Sisi sote ni wa maana.
From product shot to a commercial hit, we've got your brand, let's make it fit.
Sisi ni wa maana. When you are doing retouch like this, avoid smile lines and if you must touch them from a very long distance with a very soft brush, very soft brush from a distance, and a flow that is very low, because if you flatten those smile lines, then the face looks flat and it looks worse than those dummies they put clothes on in a boutique. Sisi ni wa maana. If she's wearing eyelashes, avoid those one too. Avoid her eyebrows if you can see them. In this one you don't, but in a photo that you can see them, avoid those paints, away from them, not on them. She's going to be grateful you did, because she look awesome and she won't look like edited.
We got the lights, we got the gear. From headshots to products, we're always near. Fashion shoots and portraits in the spotlight. Come and capture every
Now the skin looks mwah. See, very nice. Let's reduce that to about 70. I've always told myself I'm quite excessive, so I'm always afraid of overdoing things, then looks fake. Back to the layer that has the subject, select color range, the green, then add all these parts that have blacks on them. They're supposed to be part of the selection. Okay, put that in a group, add a mask to it, then go get a background from that other photo's kids, that other kid's photo. Hey, that other photo's kid. And then we don't have the background available. Let me go get that background from my computer files. I'm trying my best to make one photo look like another because they live together. I don't want to keep explaining why one person's photos don't look like the others. You understand? Because they can easily tell me, no, I want like this one. Make mine also look like that one. Because of that secret competition amongst females. So I want to make them look more or less the same. That one will keep me away from a female trouble. Yes. Then we drag it inside. Correct. Then we feather it because of this artifact. Not feather, blur it up because of this artifact. Till it disappears, not too far. Don't want it to look like it's a kilometer away from her. Like that. Very good. Wewe ni wa maana. Yeah, wa maana. Wamana, wamana, wamana. Ni wamana, VIP. Very nice. Let's add something right on top of everything there. Just for beauty reasons. Let me go to my flowers. I've done this in my recent edits and I like the results. I hope I will like the results in this one as well. VIP. Let's put it to the side. It's there, it's very close to the head. Let's increase the opacity to somewhere in between there, somewhere in between. Again, shadow so that it interacts well with the wall.
Want that perfect shot or that cinematic frame? In our studio we'll make you feel the fame. From video editing to photo touch, we'll make your vision come to life. That's our clutch. We've got the team, we've got the vibe.
When you're sending your clients photos, ensure that you still have the projects, or rather try your best to see to it that you still have the projects. Like the one I edited earlier, I've already sent, and the owner said, thank you, they are beautiful. Because if you don't send them in good time, if they suggest a change, maybe say, I like the photo but take away that flower, you just come and switch off the eye. You don't have to take the photo again through a whole process of editing. Do everything else now minus the flower. No, you'll have gotten it in one take, just one switch off one eye and you're done. So mostly while you still have photos in the project, even when you said you will deliver on Friday and you are done on Wednesday, before you lose that project, just send the photos. You already paid. If you're not paid, change your policies such that you're paid fast, so that you can send the photos as soon. So that if again there is an issue, if they want an adjustment, a change, they think it's too bright, just come and drop a curves and change that. If you put a background they don't like for whatever reasons, and the argument makes sense, then still you can come back and change it. Let's say, for instance, if she says this background doesn't look good, she prefers the other one. She prefers this instead of this, so she wants this on this. You see, it's very simple. It's just dragging that one to here. Let me show you practically. I'll just switch off this one, then come to this photo and just drag that one to this one, and done. You see, I'll even save it as a copy. I like what it looks like. I'm just showing you how you solve. Sometimes you'll do something and someone likes one thing and doesn't like the other one really. If they request, mostly they don't command you, they just request, would you please, would you kindly, because it doesn't cost you anything and you still have the project. You just make that one adjustment. I keep telling myself, and this I will tell you because you are me for this one case. I keep telling myself, I don't like the composition of this frame. Let me move it around so that I have two full boxes like that. I keep telling myself, and this I'll tell you because you're like me in this case, that after I've edited photos like this and sent them to a client, I am done with them completely. I've been paid, she has her photos. The problem is she will live to see those photos for the rest of her life. Alright? If they're a bad memory, she'll even delete them. If they're a good memory, she'll live to celebrate them and hold you in high regard for having been the one that created those images. That's why she's coming back. So let's do the last image as I talk, so that we don't spend the whole night in the studio. Yeah, it's this one. Same process. I'll pass it through the same process. If you don't understand anything, take a screenshot of that part and ask. So she's the one who is going to live with the decisions you made while you were in your editing chair. You are editing, you decided I'll add this, I'll take away this, I'll adjust this part. These are your decisions. You're not like consulting her. She will live with that. Ensure that you give her, without telling her really, or them, without telling them really, that they have a chance to ask for a change. But especially when I have a photo mount coming up, I always tell them, confirm that it looks good before I mount it. Because if they ask for a change when it's already on a board, what? Now we have issues. You might actually have to be left with the board. Make a copy and then liquefy. You're going to be left with the board, and then you re-edit again and then create another board again. And even then you'll have to ask her whether now it's okay before you mount, lest it repeats itself. Then you see you're having to do something you would have done long time ago and you'll be just okay. So the sooner you appreciate the need to ask a client or show a client what you've done and give them a chance without telling them, and then you wait for the response, well received something. If a few hours pass and no change has been, maybe let's say a day, if the day goes and they've not placed a request for a change, you just now get rid of those projects. There's one photo you think that might require adjustments for any reasons, then you can save it as a PSD for when that requirement might come. Because there is a time in your instincts, I did it my way, but I doubt you like it. Because maybe it's something new you're trying, maybe you're introducing a new style to your works. So that one, you keep a project just in case she tells you, I want it to look like the ones you showed me, the old works. So yes, while your projects are still in Photoshop or in your whichever editing software, and your edit history is still active, that is the time to send the photos to the client. Do not switch off your computer when you're going home. And then come in the morning, and if she's happy, then you can take away those projects.
Your vision come to life, that's our clutch. We've got the team, we've got the vibe, ready to create, ready to thrive. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that steal the show.
The background is already selected except this part, which should be done with a plus. This one, I'll just invert it and smoothen it. Looks okay by me. Ndere hoyagira hitho-ini ndina kirigiriro ati muthenya ni urikinya njitikirwo theri-ini andu haraya karima-ini andu othe meroreire tondu uria nie njaragia nake we ni mwihokeku andu akwa ngũkĩenda kũmwĩra mũtikagenerere tondu ona ndagwa no ndiũkĩra inyuĩ mugaga nĩ ndathirire inyuĩ mũndaragĩra matukũ mũthekaga mũgakĩrĩkia Ngai nĩamuonaga. This type of smoothening the background has become a very important part of my edits, partly because these paper backdrops, they begin to wrinkle with time, they begin to loosen up with time, they tear apart, and then you have to stitch them together with that seal tape or gaff tape or whatever kind of tape you decide to use. You cannot buy a new one, you cannot cut all the time, you cannot cut a piece and throw away all the time when there is a problem with your backdrops. At the beginning, when your backdrops are still new, you don't even need to smoothen anything. Things are looking sheer. If you don't know what that is, please welcome to Kenya. But then over time, the smoothening of background becomes a very necessary part. Because yes, your background will get wrinkled and torn many times. I'm using select subjects so that I can use it to smoothen the flow. I'm a few minutes to midnight. I promise that this photo should be ready before Wednesday is over. So I'm running behind time to ensure that I deliver like promised. Let me use a solid color here. Inverse it. Inverse the mask, then come in and include the shadow together with the background. Then now I can smoothen the flow. Uciakwa ngũkĩenda kũmwĩra ũtikagenerere. One of the things that will make your studio grow. I'm talking about studio because most of us here will be photographers and editors. Will be you keeping your word. Apart from producing good work produced late might not satisfy the client. By the time it's getting to them, they are so angry at you, they might not even appreciate how much work you put in. So when you're giving them promises for when you will deliver, maybe give yourself a grace period of 1 day. When you say they'll be ready by Tuesday, ensure that you know it's possible for them to be ready by Monday, and try your best to have your own deadline be Monday, so that you can make them ready by Monday. You understand, right? Then send them even before they ask for them. Then you'll have wowed them with great work and early time and early edit and early delivery, or rather before time delivery. But then if you wait until they lose their shit on you and they keep shouting at you and they keep texting you paragraphs expecting you to both answer, there is always that question I've always asked myself: why does a client leave you with work to do and then want to chat you all day? Maybe they want to stay in your mind so that you don't forget you're supposed to work for them, but how do they think you'll find time to work, or rather work out their let me look for a how do they imagine you're going to have time to edit their works and deliver while you are on text the whole time? You're texting every 2 minutes and composing paragraphs. At which point will you then finish the work that you're supposed to do? I'm trying to sample a part here. There's a part here I need cleaned up. I'm lowering the lighting because whatever I copied is a little too bright, so I'm blending it in like that, and now it looks shaky. Right click and merge down. Uciakwa ngũkĩenda kũmwĩra ũtikagenerere tondũ ona ndagwa no ndĩũkĩra. That background I was using then stopped to use it. That's the one I'm going to use now. Tondũ ona ndagwa no ndĩũkĩra nyũmũgaga nĩ ndathirire nyũmũndaragĩra matukũ mũthekaga mũgakĩrĩkia Ngai no muonaga. Uciakwa ngũkĩenda kũmwĩra ũtikagenerere. Why did I take it? I can't see it anymore. Oh my goodness. Let's try this one. Tondũ ndagwa no ndĩũkĩra nyũmũgaga nĩ ndathirire nyũmũndaragĩra matukũ mũthekaga mũgakĩrĩkia Ngai no muonaga. Put it in a group, copy the mask and invert it. Yeah, looks beautiful. I like it. Now we just need the color lookup table, V6. You'll wonder why I always use V6, yet there are very many other color lookup tables. You can see I have a very long list. I will explain, and I'll also show you what the rest do in some other shoots, or rather in some other edits in a different video. For most things that I'm teaching you, V6 is always sufficient. And you know what they say? If it's not broken, do not fix it. Because what are you fixing? Color balance. Mubekaga mugakerekia Ngai nomuonaga. Want to lower the opacity. It's equal to transparency. Opacity is equal to transparency. Select the last layer with the subject. Make a copy, then begin to click away these pimples and all. Retouch it, and then that will be the end of these edits. Then we can rest.
Live stream your show, make it go viral. At the studio we make it spiral. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that steal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen. Lights, camera, action, now you know. From photography to video, we're here to create, we're here to show. At the studio your visions will grow. Lights, camera, action. We got the lights, we got the gear. From headshots to products, we're always near. Fashion shoots and portraits in the spotlight. Come and capture every moment, every night. Got the green screen ready, let's go fly. Aerial drones take your story to the sky. Want that perfect shot or that cinematic frame? In our studio we'll make you feel the fame. From video editing to photo touch, we'll make your vision come to life, that's our clutch. We've got the team, we've got the vibe, ready to create, ready to thrive. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that steal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action, all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen. Need a set built, we've got it all. A space to create, big or small. From your headshots to your feature film, we're here to light the fire, keep it real, keep it chill. We got models, we got actors too, stylists and makeup to make you feel brand new. Editing magic, sound on point, post-production, let's light up the joint. Got that drone for the perfect view, color grading, VFX, it's all in the queue. We've got the crew, we've got the know, ready to make your vision glow. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and video, lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action, all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen. From product shots to a commercial hit, we've got your brand, let's make it fit. Social media buzz will make you trend. Video photography, we got the end to end. In the editing bay, we'll make it shine. With every cut and every line. Live stream your show, make it go viral. At the studio, we make it spiral. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that steal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action, all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen. Lights, camera, action, now you know. From photography to video, we're here to create, we're here to show. At the studio, your visions will grow. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that feel the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. shots to products, we're always near. Fashion lights and action. We got the lights, we got the gear. From headshots to products, we're always near. Fashion shoots and portraits in the spotlight. Come and capture every moment, every night. Got the green screen ready, let's go fly. Aero drones take your story to the sky. Want that perfect shot or that cinematic frame? In our studio, we'll make you feel the fame. From video editing to photo touch, we'll make your vision come to life, that's our clutch. We've got the team, we've got the vibe. Ready to create, ready to thrive. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that steal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen. Need a set built, we've got it all. A space to create, big or small. From your headshots to your feature film, we're here to light the fire, keep it real, keep it chill. We got models, we got actors too. Stylists and makeup to make you feel brand new. Editing magic, sound on point. Post-production, let's light up the joint. Got that drone for the perfect view. Color grading, VFX, it's all in the queue. We've got the crew, we've got the know. Ready to make your vision glow. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that steal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen. From product shots to a commercial hit, we've got your brand, let's make it fit. Social media bots will make you trend. Video photography, we got the end to end. In the editing bay, we'll make it shine. With every cut and every line, live stream your show, make it go viral. At the studio, we make it spiral. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that steal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen. Lights, camera, action, now you know. From photography to video, we're here to create, we're here to show. At the studio, your visions will grow. Lights, camera, action. We got the lights, we got the gear. From headshots to products, we're always near. Fashion shoots and portraits in the spotlight. Come and capture every moment, every night. Got the green screen ready, let's go fly. Aerial drones take your story to the sky. Want that perfect shot or that cinematic frame? In our studio, we'll make you feel the fame. From video editing to photo touch, we'll make your vision come to life, that's our clutch. We've got the team, we've got the vibe, ready to create, ready to thrive. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that steal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Mastech Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action, all day. From the backdrop to the runway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen. Need a set built, we've got it all. A space to create, big or small. From your headshots to your feature film, we're here to light the fire, keep it real, keep it chill. We got models, we got actors too. Stylists and makeup to make you feel brand new. Editing magic, sound on point. Post-production, let's light up the joint. Got that drone for the perfect view. Color grading, VFX, it's all in the queue. We've got the crew, we've got the know. Ready to make your vision glow. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos that seal the show. From the lens to the screen, it's all so real. At Master Studio, we capture the feel. Lights, camera, action, all day. From the backdrop to the runaway. Whether it's a shoot or a creative scene, we turn your dreams into something seen. From product shots to a commercial hit, we've got your brand, let's make it fit. Social media buzz will make you trend. Video photography, we got the end to end. In the editing bay, we'll make it shine. With every cut and every line. Live stream your show, make it go viral. At the studio,
We're done with the edit. I want to show you the before and afters, and then we call it a night. I have like 17 minutes, 13 or so minutes to have sent these images before somebody comes to my inbox, shout, screaming their lungs out, or sends a very long paragraph with emojis. For this image, that is 7245. It's like what someone shoots and what they finally deliver is night and day, night and day, night and day. Now that is 7245. 7245 is this one.
products, we're always near. Fashion lights and action.
This is 7245.
We got the lights.
It's the image that I
From headshots to products, we're always
shot,
near.
and this is the edit before, after. Let's go where? Let's start from the closest to the beginning. This one, this is 4241. And this is the image.
Ready to create, ready to thrive. Lights, camera, action, let's go. Photographs and videos.
This is the raw one,
From the lens to the screen, it's all so real.
and that is the edited one.
We capture the feel.
Before, after. And then next image, that one I showed you, it's this one. Next image, this one. This is 7197. 7197. Here it is. Night and day difference again. I wish I could fill screens with the before after difference, but then you won't have to see, you won't see the comparison clearly. This is the edited, this is the raw one. Even adjusted color slightly. And lastly, there's another one. This one. This is 7205, and it's here. This is the raw. This is edited. You see the difference. And lastly, this one. And the photo is 7234. 7234. There it is. Before, after. You like what you are doing here? Recommend us to someone. Send us your work for us to edit. Come for a photo shoot. If you're a photographer, learn from us. Buy backgrounds from us. Make a project. Let us collaborate. There is a lot. Let's do podcast and discuss photography and editing and all. With that, have a good night. Thank you for being here with me. I enjoyed your company. Click like, subscribe if you haven't. If you're watching this from the future, this is your past. Thank you.